So, with all the mouse hunting, you have to ask, do I think there is some kind of infestation? I got mice running here, and yesterday I saw one mice happily skip across the art and race into the cupboard. They can squeeze into the cupboard from underneath. I don't know how they do it, and they also squeeze in this little crack thing in the wall here, and they squeezed many other places. One jumped out of my cupboard last week. Ran through the house and into the garage and is still there. So you might ask, do I think we actually have some kind of infestation? And I would say I think so. I think there is some sort of infestation. When one mouse goes, another one appears. Once I saw a mouse climbing outside around there. Climbing outside on the outside. But I thought the one in my cupboard was gone, and then as soon as it left, I saw another one racing there, as happy as day. So, I think there are quite a few mice inside, and what seems to have brought them out of their hiding spaces seems to be, we did have it sprayed before we started to have mice show up. So I think the spray has somehow made the mice run around. So I didn't have my room sprayed, but we had the spray throughout the house. And as soon as that was there, we had mice. Like a couple of days after that, we started to see mice and stuff. So I'm worried that the mice hold themselves someplace very safe behind this little crack wherever they hide. So they're hiding behind the walls, but I think we possibly have quite a few. And I'm not sure how many, but I think enough to worry about. So far, you only see one at a time, maybe two, but I think there are more mice in the walls than what you expect. We don't really have the heart to put it in mouse traps at the moment. At the moment, the best thing you can do is lock all your stuff in boxes. But they're getting into even closed cupboards and stuff. And it's kind of annoying because you find droppings everywhere. And so far we're sort of tolerating and cleaning little droppings off whenever we see them and stuff. But I'm trying to slowly keep my stuff so I don't have as much stuff sitting in my cupboards that they can rummage around. But we do have heaps. Like I especially have heaps of stuff, and I would say we have some kind of infestation. I'm not saying it's an extreme one, but I think it's possible that there are a lot more mice than what you expect, but they're in the walls. At the moment, we're just seeing 1, 2, maybe 3 mice scurry around. But I think there are a lot more. And I'm surprised the builders don't find any when they're, doing stuff in the ceiling, but no one seems to really be bothered about the mice. I'm just being told more and more, close the cupboards, make sure there's no mice, clean more frequently, make sure there's nothing on the floor that they can nibble on, and clean my cupboards because they're attracted to all the rubbish that's stuck inside them and stuff. And I'm just, so I don't know. I'm just gonna have to take all these goings-ons with the mice one day at a time, I think. Because I don't have any plan to actually catch them, but if I do catch them, it'll be like in a box or something and taking them outside then, but they are a bit annoying. I'm not going to try to eradicate them very much. We already had the house sprayed, and that was going out against a person's conscience already, to have it sprayed. And now they're just running around being annoying. And no one really wants to move to put any further protection. No one likes mouse traps. No one likes those humane capture traps. One of my relatives, they said last week they had caught a mouse in their humane capture traps, which is more like a box to capture a mouse in and put it outside. And when they found it, it had died of distress of having had been captured. I had foam beans. They're attracted to foam beans. I had foam beans in a packet on the floor, and I captured one because it had hopped inside to play around inside the foam beans, and I'd captured it in this postage bag, and I took it outside right away, and that was just one mouse. So that's a good way to trap a mouse. You put like a tall packaging or a box. You put foam beans in it, like packaging beans. And the mouses, they just want to play in the beans, nibble on the beans, spend hours in the beans. And they come running to it and they start playing. So that's a good trap to set up. If you don't like mouse traps and you don't like the bought humane mouse traps, you can capture them in a box and they're not disturbed. They'll hide in the beans, and then when you take them outside, they'll just jump out of yours. I had to transfer the beans into another box to find the mouse, and it ended up just running around the box and jumping out and scurrying away. So that's a good way to capture a mouse. If you don't like traps and you don't like these things that cause them distress, that's a nice, pleasant way of getting them captured. But otherwise, we just sort of ignore it, try and keep things tidy and clean, put up with them in a way. But yeah, I don't like the issue of the mouses, but I'm just gonna have to put up with it while I'm living here. Yeah, because it's too difficult to sort out. If you don't want to kill them, you just have to, let them scurry around. I was told to buy a cat. Maybe have the cat capture the mice for you, but even that's a little bit cruel for me. I don't really want to see a mouse captured and tortured by a cat, so the beans is the best way for me, but I'm probably going to just ignore it a bit and try and continue to ignore it. It's not a huge deal, but I think there is a bit of an infestation. I think there are more mice in these walls than what you expect. And if they ever all come out at the one time, I'll probably get the blame. And I'm going to say, no offense, it's not my house. It's an old house. Heaps of mouse probably, infest the place before. And yeah, I'm not going to take the blame. But yeah. But there is a bit of a mouse issue because they run around. One goes, another comes back. Find another one somewhere else, and it's like we got mice, then we got geckos, which are like a lizard, and we even have a little penny lizard that's disappeared somewhere. Don't ask me where it's gotten to, but it's somewhere. I found it in the study. It slithered away. I don't know where it is, but it didn't go outside. So we got a little penny lizard somewhere. It's possibly either having a great time or it's already, had something collapse and it's died or something. But I wanted to try and capture it to get outside. I couldn't quite get it. And it ended up getting away and it's disappeared. So maybe it's fine, and I'm just hoping it's having a good time. Because I don't like things like penny lizards coming indoors and then getting lost. We also had a gecko that's crawled indoors. So we're missing one of the chirping geckos on the outside. But saying that, a little version of a gecko managed to get outside. So it's accompanying the gecko that's already outside in replacement. But, yeah, there was an adult gecko. And unless it's the one that went back outside, it's probably still stuck indoors and not so much to eat, and a bit worried that it's somewhere, but I don't know where it is. So yeah, so we got little lizards and we got mice so far, and spiders, the other big thing. Quite a few long legs, dirty long legs, and little spiders. So I had to clear a lot of spiders off my windowsill because they were nesting there, because I hadn't continuously cleaned it for a while. So now I am. So trying to keep things a bit clean, to not get nuisance spiders. But yeah, but those are our little pests. The pests in here. The pests. But what can you do? We just tolerate them so far. At the moment, we don't really want to eradicate them or do much, but they are annoying because they're leaving little droppings everywhere in the garage, in my drawers. I have to watch they don't leave droppings on my clothes, and they're leaving droppings on my toys and stuff, and everywhere but the places that I use most frequently. And I'm just thinking, well, that's just annoying. Naughty mice. Naughty little mice. Anyway, that's house pests for you.